Las Vegas gunman Stephen Paddock was 100% not the kind of guy to carry out the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history, his former neighbor has sensationally claimed. The 64-year-old gun maniac has left the U.S. reeling after slaughtering 58 people and injuring more than 500 with an arsenal of high-powered weapons from his hotel room. His murderous attack on music festival revelers has confused his family, friends and neighbors, who have described him as an ordinary guy. One neighbor, who claims to have lived close to Paddock in Mesquite, Nevada, for 8 months, has said he refuses to believe the accountant was responsible for the bloodbath. Speaking on U.S. radio show The Savage Nation, the neighbor, called Rick, said Paddock was a really nice guy who waved all the time. Getty theory. Stephen Paddock's former neighbor believes he did not carry out the massacre. 59 people were killed and at least 4,527 injured when a crazed gunman opened fire on a country music festival in Las Vegas. Getty images. People run from the Route 91 Harvest Country Music Festival after apparent gunfire was heard. He said, "I'm no longer in Mesquite. I'm in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but I was his neighbor for about 7 or 8 months in Mesquite. I can tell you 100% that this is not the kind of guy. I was there working and I saw him pretty much every other day on my way home," Rick said. Paddock, a millionaire real estate magnate and gambler, used to drink a few beers and play the slot machines at a local bar in the area. Related articles. NC suicide note leaked pictures a letter near to Stephen Paddock's dead body. It's a setup. It know that sounds weird, but it's got to be a setup. Stephen Paddock's neighbor, stunned by his comments, talk show host Michael Savage reminded Rick that Paddock just committed the greatest mass murder in America history. He then asked, "Are you sure it was him?" and reply, Rick said, "I'm 100% positive. I know exactly who the guy is. I was in the Marine Corps, and I've talked to this guy personally. We've drank beer together. We would just talk about nonsense stuff. I told him I was in the Marine Corps, but he never ever told me he owned a gun." Getty home. Stephen Paddock lived in this house in Mesquite, Nevada. Rick claimed that he has spoken to Las Vegas police to tell them everything I know. "I went on him. Not a big conspiracy theory guy, but it doesn't sit right. I know this guy. I've drank beer with this guy." In response, Michael pressed Rick to explain his theory, asking, "What is your instinct telling you?" Rick said, "It's a setup. It know that sounds weird, but it's got to be a setup." When asked if the body in the room may not be the shooter, Rick replied, "Exactly," without giving evidence. Las Vegas shooting victims named as death toll rises to 58 after concert rampage. Daily Star. The victims of the Las Vegas shooting. Rick's comments appear to be pure speculation and there is no evidence that Paddock was set up. An autopsy is yet to take place, but Las Vegas police have confirmed Stephen Paddock is the shooter behind the massacre. Detectives are yet to establish his motive for carrying out the attack on Route 91 Harvest Festival on Sunday night. His brother Eric Paddock said he had no political or religious leanings and believed something happened and he snapped. His girlfriend Marilu Danley has been taken in for questioning by the FBI. She told agents that she has no idea why Paddock carried out the shooting, describing him as a kind, caring, quiet man. Related articles.